Kristen with the Rogers Public Library, and this week for Quilled Creations we will be making a dragonfly. So in your craft packet you will have 2 strips of blue, 1 strip of red, and 1 strip of yellow. And I'll show you how to make a dragonfly. We're going to start with our blue, and we're going to cut 1 strip in half. We'll set 1/2 aside for a moment and then cut the other half of that strip in half. So we have 1/2 strip and 2/4 strips. And we'll take our other strip of blue and we'll cut that into 4ths. And we'll set the 4ths aside for a moment. And we're going to roll our 1/2 strip of blue up into a circle. And then once it is rolled up, you can let it go, and then we'll go ahead and seal it up, and that is going to be the head of our dragonfly. So there we have our dragonfly head. We'll set that aside for a moment and take another 4th strip. We're going to fold it in half. And then we are going to make a V shape to make the antennas. So we're going to roll down both sides towards the outside of our little V shape. And then just let them go. So we have our little antennas. We've folded it in half and rolled outside to make our little V. And those are going to go at the top of our dragonfly's head to be the antennas. Now we're going to make 4 hearts. So with 4 of our 4th strips, we'll fold it in half just like we did for the other one, but then we'll roll each side in towards that center piece so that they're rolling in to make a little heart. And then we'll have our little heart shape. So we're going to make 4 of these. Now our 4 little hearts are going to make the body. And with our last 4th strip of blue, we actually only need a small piece of it. So cut off a small piece, the rest of it you can either save to use for yourself or something else, or you can just get rid of it. We are going to then fold our small piece in half and add glue along the whole length of it. And then we're going to take one of our hearts and we're going to fold our little piece in half, but we're going to tuck the point of the heart into the end of this piece. So we're actually going to make a little tail for our dragonfly. Then we can go ahead and grab our paper, our background, and pick a spot. This is going to be a pretty large dragonfly. So pick a spot that gives it enough space to fly. And we're going to stick our head on, and then add some glue to the antenna. We'll stick that right at the top of the head. And then our hearts are going to form the body. So we'll add some glue to our hearts. And then for each heart, the first one, we'll start with the head. Our circle will line up against the top of the heart so that the 2 spirals are under the center of the head. And then each of the hearts will line up so that the point of the previous heart lines up with the spiral pieces of the next heart. And we're going to end with the heart that we added the tail to. there is our dragonfly body. Now to make the wings, we're going to take our yellow and red, and we're going to cut both of these strips into fourths as well. And we're going to take our yellow strips and roll them up into circles and seal them up. So we're going to make 2 smaller circles and 2 larger circles. So with our smaller circles, we can let them go and then go ahead and seal them up. And we need 2 of those. And then with our larger circles, we're going to roll them up, and then instead of sealing them up right away, we will fluff them up a little bit to make them larger. So we'll let it go and then kind of unroll it a little bit, fluff it up. And then once they're a little bit larger, then we can go ahead and seal them up. So we'll make 2 of these larger circles. Now once we have all our circles made, we're going to pinch them into teardrop shapes. So just grab a space and make 1 little pinch. Once they are all pinched up, we are going to add some glue to both sides of these points that we've made. Grab a strip of red and attach it starting at that point, and then we can wrap it all the way around so that we have a full layer that is glued at each point. And then we'll fold it over, and then with each time we bring the red around, we're going to leave a little gap between this layer and the previous layer of red going around, so that it makes the wings a little bit bigger each time. And you just do that until you run out of red, and then seal it up. And we'll do that for each of our 4 wing pieces. Once these pieces are all done, then we can take a larger piece of wing and a smaller piece of wing and glue them together at the points so that we have our little wings. And then we can just add them to our dragonfly, and we are going to add them in between 2 of the hearts. So right there towards that point of the first heart, in between that heart and the other. And do that on each side, and we have our completed little dragonfly. I would love to see pictures of your dragonflies in the comments if you would like to share them. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me for Quilled Creations today, and I will see you next week to make another Quilled Creation.